Hi everyone, welcome to this Facebook webinar where we'll teach you all about Facebook audiences and kind of bits of the Facebook system that you might not be familiar with. To give you a bit of background, my name is Rukmal De Silva. I founded The Plus Ones, which is a media and marketing company based in Melbourne, Australia. On the marketing side of the business, we do Facebook marketing for all sorts of businesses in the e-commerce space, professional service firms such as accountants, lawyers, medical professionals, and property developers, and that sort of stuff. And basically, we started this digital marketing journey, I guess, in 2013 when the Facebook system was really starting to develop into something serious. And over the past 3-4 years, we've seen this develop into what I think is easily the best digital platform for people to proactively reach members of their target audience. And we manage Facebook marketing campaigns, as I said, kind of across the globe for tons and tons of businesses. I thought I'd just show you one of the clients we have here in Australia. It's just an e-commerce business, and basically they have low ticket, kind of between $50 to $200 items. And every month we run an ongoing structure, a Facebook structure for them, and we have been doing so for the last 3 years. And so you can kind of see, if you haven't seen this, this is the Facebook Business Manager section. And you can see like each month they spend a couple $1,000 here, $2,500 over the last month. And they pull out kind of in the order of between $20,000 and $30,000 each month. So the way we get returns like this, I mean, that's a return of what is that, 800%, I think. The way we get returns like this is by building audiences, and that's really the key to success on the Facebook platform, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you and talk through today. I'm not going to show you the nitty-gritty and the ins and outs of how to do each bit of audience creation. Honestly, it's all infinitely Googleable. Just plug it into Google and you'll find it. There's Facebook courses. There's the official one from Facebook called Facebook Blueprint, which I would highly recommend doing just to get an initial overview. But really what's key here, and what I want to, I guess, show you guys is the audience types that we use to generate results for our clients. So there's a ton of stuff we do with the Plus Ones. I'm just going to talk about this one on this webinar, and I'll try to keep it fairly brief for you, kind of 10, 15 minutes max. So audience growth. Basically on the Facebook system, there's 5 types of audiences. You've got 4 of them listed here. The 5th audience type is just your normal fans, your normal followers. This is something that people focus on a lot. I would personally say it's the least useful form of audience, which is interesting because any campaign that we run, this is always kind of front and center of what clients want to achieve. They want to achieve follower growth or Facebook growth of, X thousands of people. And we kind of sit there and say, look, it's fine to do that, but to run dedicated campaigns and to dedicate budget towards that sort of stuff isn't anywhere near as useful as these 4 audiences. And hopefully by the end of this, you'll kind of see why. So the first thing that is still insanely important is emails. So on the Facebook system, you can actually upload email databases directly into the system. They're uploaded in a secure way, and you can't export them out once they're uploaded. Basically, this enables you to proactively reach your email subscribers. And the word that is really useful there is proactive. What we find across the industry, and ever since we've been in the digital space, is that email open rates have plummeted. If you've got a database of over 10,000 people and you're getting open rates of around 30%, that's really good. Most people don't get anywhere near that. I think MailChimp stats show general open rates of around 15% for databases. Then if you're getting people clicking on stuff greater than 5%, you're absolutely kind of in the top percentile of people doing email marketing in general. And the real issue is email clients like Gmail. So basically once any business sends an email to their database, it tends to go to a promotions tab within Gmail, and most people don't read that stuff. I know I don't. I just kind of click on it, see 20 emails there, and click back to the primary tab with all the stuff that I actually find useful going to the primary tab. The second issue is that after someone doesn't click on an email, a few times, maybe a little bit more, Gmail basically sends those emails directly to spam. So people are never seeing it. So the majority of your database never actually sees the emails and the content that you produce and create, which really sucks. Because I know how much effort businesses put into that sort of stuff. So, sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. I'm sorry if I'm sniffling. With this email promotion, so as I said, you can proactively reach people on the system. The really cool thing is that you can kind of, in a way, arbitrage people that visit your site versus people on your email database. And what I mean by that is you can start targeting anyone that visits your website on Facebook, and then excluding, so just down here, excluding your existing database. So you're actually trying to get new emails and actually grow your subscriber base and your database. The easiest way by far to do this sort of stuff is run some sort of promotion. People love promotions. And with a new, well, it's not that new anymore, but a Facebook objective called lead ads, it makes it super simple to basically just click a button, the form is pre-filled, the data's submitted, and you can just link that up to your CRM or email client like MailChimp, Constant Contact, whatever it is you might have, so that it just automatically goes into a list there, so you don't have to do anything and play around with it. So emails, while I'm going to talk to you a bit about all the other audience types, while I think emails themselves are a little bit less important than what they used to be, they're still a really, really great way of reaching people that actually want to engage with you, and you can do that directly via the Facebook system. The second type of audience is your website traffic. So I'm sure everyone here has seen it. It's just called retargeting in the marketing world. Basically, you visit a website, you jump onto Facebook, and suddenly that website is advertising to you. That's just general remarketing. The way that it's done is by putting a Facebook pixel on your site. If you haven't heard of a Facebook pixel, or if you don't know what a Facebook pixel is, again, just Google it. You'll find out all about it in about 5 minutes, and the installation process takes about 30 seconds. So these are super important to have on your site. Once you have them on your site, you can do all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff. I won't delve into all of it at the moment. But for me, the biggest and most important thing, and the reason this sort of audience, so this second audience type is way more important than something like followers or emails, is because you can get to people in a relevant and timely way. So when we think of marketing, the two key things is that you're relevant to people, so you're actually showing them stuff that they're interested in, and you're getting to them in a way that's quick and not 3 months after they've tried to contact you. And so within the Facebook system, you can start targeting people who visited your website in the last 30 days. And the way Facebook does it is the person needs to be logged in to Facebook, whether it be on their phone or their desktop or their iPad or whatever it is. They need to be logged into Facebook whilst browsing your site. And then it kind of just matches them in the system. So when you do this, you can actually split up your website traffic. So you can kind of see with this particular account, they have about 130,000 people in their website traffic. But then if we go to the top 5% of people, so these are the people that visit their site the most or have visited the site the most in the last 30 days, then you're really reaching a golden audience. These are the people that are really interested in you and want to buy stuff from you. So this sort of audience for me is by far and away the most important one. In terms of metrics and measuring things, on the Facebook platform, if you're getting clicks through to your website, for around 50 cents, obviously it depends exactly what you're doing, but let's just say on average, around 50 cents, you're doing pretty well. That's kind of at levels that I would be fine with. And when you're at those levels, you don't need to worry too much about changing, your images or your copy and laboring over that sort of stuff, which is what I see a lot of people spending most of their time on. If it's around that 50-cent mark, you're doing fine. If, of course, you're getting clicks for like, $2 or something like that, you got to think about changing something with your messaging. The third type of audience type that we use on the Facebook system is video audiences. So this came out in kind of, I guess, mid-2016. And what it enables you to do is reach really large audiences. So I talked about costs with the I guess the clicks to website type of stuff. These video retargeting audiences basically enable you to reach people for a few cents in general. And the cool thing is you can start capturing people that watch a percentage of your video. So the reason this is really important, again, going back to that, I guess, marketing nirvana, if you will, of being relevant and timely, if you're able to basically say, hey, I want to capture or create audiences of people that have watched 50% of a 1 minute video, that's not an accident. Someone who's watched 50% of a 1 minute video on Facebook is interested in your messaging, and they're people that have, I would say, have actually engaged with you in a meaningful way and are ready to be targeted with further messaging. So you can kind of see that this sort of stuff it's a bit of a sales funnel, right? And the mistake that we see a lot of people making on Facebook is they just try to sell straight away. They just go to a broad audience, they sell, and they go, hey, our results really sucked. And we're like, yeah, your results sucked. You can't do that. No one's interested in what what you have to do is you have to find people that engage with you, and that discovery process can, cost a bit more. But once you've found those people, once you've found those audiences, targeting them is insanely cost effective. And the returns you get, well, you saw the returns you got with the first example from these guys. I mean, the returns you get are huge, effectively, for what you're spending. So with video audiences, you can, again, set this up on the Facebook system. What we've found that's actually really interesting is that the overlap between audiences within the Facebook system, so the overlap between these sorts of audiences is actually really small. So what that kind of says is that people are effectively engaging via different touch points, even within the Facebook platform. So you can, again, this video stuff is a great way if you've got a small business or a small company to quickly grow your audience. And you don't need to go off and create really expensive video. I mean, you can get an animation type thing up at a really low cost point. Again, there's free tools all over the web that enable you to do this sort of stuff. And by doing it, you can just reach really large audiences for a very, very good or very low budget. Engagement. So this is a relatively new one, again, from Facebook. I think it came out late 2016. And basically what it enables you to do is target people that like, comment, or share your stuff. And again, so this audience type we found is just insanely powerful for actually making sales, because people that like and comment and share your messaging are basically providing word of mouth advertising to their friends, family, whatever, people that kind of trust them. So to actually go in there and then create audiences of people that do this is an absolute money spinner. And again, you can get really targeted with the way you do this. So if you have a series of messaging that you're running out over a week, you can basically say to Facebook, hey, I want to target anyone that's kind of liked, commented, and shared that stuff over that specific week, which makes things really, really powerful. So you might notice at the end of all of these, I kind of talk about all of these as databases. The way we view these audiences are as differentiated databases. And in a lot of ways, I would say in terms of actually making sales, these databases are actually way more valuable now than email databases. The reason we still keep email databases, I mean, we list it here as the number one thing, is because once you have it, you don't have to keep paying for it. Once you've got someone's email, you can kind of add them to your normal program of email marketing and contact them on an ongoing basis. Whereas with this sort of stuff, every time you want to access these audiences, you need to pay Facebook. Now, again, it's not a huge deal, because once you know who's actually engaged and who's engaging with you, reaching them is incredibly cost effective. And as long as you're getting the return from that, it's fine. But emails, we still do use them as a key marketing tool. The fifth audience type, as I mentioned, was your page followers. So you can create separate campaigns in Facebook to target your followers directly, or to target the followers of your competitors. I don't view them as hugely effective, mainly because the timeliness factor just isn't there anymore. I have like pages from 2008 that I don't even know anymore. If you want to run a really cool test, go to facebook.com/ads preferences, I think it is. And you'll see exactly what Facebook thinks you're interested in, and really it's not what you're interested in. It's just all sorts of random crap. So they're not that useful. Whereas these audiences are people that have genuinely engaged with you in some way. So that's why we find them exponentially more powerful than just followers. That's all I was going to say for now. If you're interested to learn more or want to have a further chat, feel free to email us at contact@theplusones.com. So that's THE plus PLUS ones, ONES.com. and someone from the team will touch base.